Okay, I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how this card here is created. I have done a version. I borrowed Rhonda's set of Mistletoe Magic, and that's how I created this card. But I don't have that set, and if you're like me and you can't afford to buy every single thing in the catalogue, well, I've improvised, and hopefully I can put together a card using the Christmas banners set, this one here. And I was curious to know what that paper was. Well, it's not actually paper. It's actually created with our artistic masks, with this one and this one. And when you're a demonstrator, you can go to or you can ask me if you're not sure how any of the cards in the catalogues are created. We have a resource where we can look up how they were created by the Stampin' Up artists. So I'll just show you. I've pre-done some die cutting, but I'll just show you. So out of the Christmas banners, and you get the dies with these. So I'm going to, yeah, that's okay. I was just saying, and see, I'm using up these little scraps. The girls that did the class where we had, this is Pear Pizzazz, where we had we did a card with, where's my other bit of scrappy paper gone? Gosh, I just wanted to, that doesn't look like it's, so if you probably can't see that on camera, that one's okay, but if your ink pad's a bit wet, and it appears my Pear Pizzazz one is, I usually do it with a smaller block than that. Well, there's two things you can do. So I was doing it with a plastic spoon, but I saw someone doing it with a block, and I thought that's probably much better for your ink pads, because spoons can be sharp. So let's clean that block, otherwise I might have a mess. And here's the piece that I was looking for. So I saw this tip shared by, don't look at my messy paper there, shared by Donna Gray. That might have fixed it actually, has it? Yeah, that's fixed it. It was just a bit wet, a bit wet, and then it goes a bit bubbly when you use it. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So, and if you needed to use it again, you'd leave it open, because each time you open it, you've got to smooth all the ink out with your block. I just want to clean these. Looks like I need some. Whoops, not super organised. I was ready to do this earlier and I wasn't feeling that well. Still not really, but I think I'm going to be okay to do the video. A bit tired of not feeling well. Okay. So that's done. And I'll just show you the die cutting of it first. So I did put that down underneath. I'll just use my mini boss. Got some glimmer. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of these, but I might just cut that actually across there so I can fit more on. So we have our I see I have two people there, if you could let me know who you are and I can say hi. Let me know if you can see properly. Now, where's my dies? So I did a few of these ones in Pear Pizzazz. Probably all I'm going to fit on there. I could fit more, but the other ones I've stamped first, so I do that. Got so much stuff on my desk, it's not funny. Throw that bit out. Come on. So there'll be a couple of little bits that just, let's pop that down there for a sec. But just I can see them easier from the back side. In the cardstock they pop out pretty easy, but in the glimmer this takes a little bit of persuasion. Putting these back so I don't lose them. These ones just popped out. The ones I did earlier, I might need to sponge those too. Just thinking. So I did several of those as well. I can't remember how many, but you just do enough for your project. And then I did a couple of these. As I said, just do however many you think you're going to need. Got a bit of washi tape to hold them down. And the other one here. Hopefully they won't move. Did my others on using my magnetic plate on my bigger machine, but we can't get that anymore. I'm glad I got it when I did. And I cut out several berries in the, oh, and also, oh, that was pretty good. That was better than some of the ones I used the plate for, actually. Pull that off carefully. Doesn't really matter. I need to save that, do I? Sticks pretty well. It's been used a few times too. This washi tape. Always put these back before you lose them. And this is the other one. No one's going to chat to me. They're all a bit shy. And off there. Oops, put your piece down there. And I also cut, don't know if I'll use them because they're a bit large. I also cut some berries, and I also cut, where is it? I also cut a bow, or I cut two actually, but I'm not going to need two. I thought I might have doubled it up. From, which set did I use? I can't there. Where is it? Just from the Windows set. And where I put that? I'm not sure where I put that. Don't think it was under there. Anyway, it was from, there's bows in a lot of them. There's a really nice one in the wreath set. There's no actual bows in this set. Oh, here it is. So there's bow. This isn't the one I've used either. Here it is here. Hiding. So that this one's the window dies, and I've used this one out of there. I did grab this one down as well. There's bows in there as well, but this one's, you could get away with the little one. This one's just a bit bigger. There's a really nice one in the wreath set, the cottage wreath set, but I didn't get that, so I really do like the bow in that, but I wasn't going to spend 85 or 90 or whatever it is just to get a bow, was I? Anyway, so we've done our die cutting. Oh, and I did show you that, didn't I? I cut some of the pine leaves in the green, the evening evergreen glimmer as well. It comes in the pack with the vanilla and the gold, which is available in the mini catalogue. Okay, now for these masks. So I'll put my card there so that I can, I didn't cut a piece for the card base, but that's okay. Oh, why do I always drop things so I can stay there? So if you line this up, actually we want to go, no, we're going that way, so let's do it this way. And then first is this one I did the other way around because I thought I knew what I was doing. And then when I looked afterwards, I thought, oh, I did it the other way around. So not to worry, my cards still looked really nice anyway. So just position that. I just love these. As I said last week when I did a live, I just love these. So actually I probably should have, let's take that up for a minute. I probably should have stuck this one down too so it doesn't move. I've got a big enough piece of probably need one without paper on it, don't I? So it'll stick properly. Just a little trick. You could just use a bit of adhesive, but you don't want, you want something you're going to be able to pull it up without ripping your cardstock. So now let's get this positioned again where it's pleasing to the eye. Roughly centered. I just find if I put washi tape either side, it's not really going anywhere. Now I'll do it the proper way around this time for the outside bit. Where's that bit of scrap? Actually got a lighter green there. From there, let's just get that off. Actually, a better idea would be to use it off the block. Oh, got a block here. Let's do it. Do that. So that we're not contaminating our ink pad. So start off the edge and come onto your cardstock. These are the masks. This isn't the card, if any of the girls watching are taking the class on the 8th of October. This is the masks we are going to use. So if you don't have at least, how many are we using? 4 brushes or tools that you can use. Don't have to be necessarily Stampin' Up! Ones. Tools that you can use that will suffice as a brush. Need to reach out pretty soon so that I can order them for you, or you can order them yourself. You want to put in an order. You've still got time. We've got a couple of weeks till class. Yeah, because I mean you can use other masks, but these ones are just, they are just amazing. And one of the brushes needs to be dedicated to black ink. So once you use black ink, unless you wash it, you're not going to come back from that. So that's the reason I suggested actually purchasing the masks. I've gone a bit patchy there, but we'll cope. Okay, so that's for the green. That was garden green, if I neglected to say. Just wipe off my my block. Might flip that over just in case I've got any navy on top, any green. I don't want the green on my navy. If I leave my washi tape on there, I know which side I've used. Not that that matters. Then we take our mask with the smaller lines. I'm going to just see where the edge of my cardstock is, which is there and there. Sometimes a bit hard to tell. Where is it? Yeah, it is hard to tell. It's about there. I think that's straight. Let's see. I think I like to line these ones up there. I think I've got the cardstock covered. We might just need some more washi on there. Interested to see how this is going to look, because as I said, I've done mine the other way around, but not this way around. So then we use navy over the top. Figure out which brush. I think this one. Again, pick it up on your block. Start off the edge. Unusual combination, isn't it? Just keep going till you haven't got any ink left. You can lift it up and check. make sure you've got all your cardstock. I'll do that in a second. I know I haven't finished yet, so you just do need to dump off a fair bit. As you'll see, I didn't in some areas, and it's gone a bit darker than I would have liked. That's why I'm going on that little scrap piece there. I just love the ways that you can use these. If you saw my Fond of Autumn ones, I did one. I didn't show how I did it. I've just done samples. Take too long a video to do, to show you everything that I've done. Just going to lift that up and see what that looks like. Oh, looks like we've got a bit skew width there, but that's okay. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I probably could have lined that up a little bit better. Probably. But I think it's going to be looking okay in the end. We'll see. Gosh, I wasted a lot of ink there, didn't I? But by doing that, I've prevented contamination of my ink pads. And I think this is what I'll be needing to do for class as well. If I go letting people go into my ink pads, I could have a disaster. And then I'd have to buy even more product, wouldn't I? Block off. I might get rid of this too, so that I don't have inky fingers. Some stuff as I go. Oops. Get that off the back. As I said, I haven't decided yet what colour base I'm going to do. That one I did Pear Pizzazz. I don't know if I want to take that off there because it's a bit distracting. Then I used my deckled rectangles. Will I stick that down? I might actually stick that down. Didn't use any debating whether to use. No, I've popped up my greeting, so I don't think I want to pop that up. But you could. Just stick that down in about the middle. Move it just a bit. There we go. Now, I had these set out on here so that I'll go, actually we just need to do some more stamping. We need to do our Merry Christmas. I've already cut the banner from Stylish Shapes. Just always do a test run. Do you guys do that? And I'm going to, as I've pre-cut this, I'm going to try, oops. Got a bit of red on the corner of my block. Not that it probably would have gone on there, but just in case. So if I can get my head over that and stamp it. Perfect. That's the beauty of photopolymer stamps. You can often die cut before you stamp. Whereas if I'm trying to do that with the cling mount, I always get it crooked. So, debating whether to stick that down first. I've got a little dot there. It's probably not as straight as what I thought, but anyway. But I think I will just, I probably should have sponged these ones before I started. Let's get a bit of Paper Zazz and give them a bit of a sponge. I have Dorpers dedicated to the right. I had that open already by the looks. A bit dangerous, have I? There we go, it's going to open this time. Paper Zazz. Just to add a little bit of dimension to these. They look a bit flat without a bit of sponging. I always feel better when I start stamping. It must just be enough to take my mind off myself, I think. Yeah, I've only got 3 of them. Thought I had another one. Okay. Maybe I'll find that after I had them all nicely assembled. Now they're not. So if I just sit that there, look at those filthy hands. And grab my bone folder, just add some dimension to them. Maybe I only had 2 of them. Anyway, I won't have to have 3. That one. Can't pick them up. One. That one. Gosh, I've got a lot of these. Might not need all these. So I cut extra to show you what I was doing, I guess. Come here. That was just my... Oh, there's the other one over there, but I don't think I'm going to need that. The other one of those I'm talking about. That I must have cut off one of those, I think. Goodness knows. Anyway, we'll just use what we need off here. These can layer on the top mostly. There's our bow. I might actually be brave and start adhering these down. Gosh, don't actually want it symmetrical, just want it, I was trying to do there, just off a little bit. Still want this to cover, so yeah, I've got sticky fingers, that's great. Put these ones in first. This is really stamping on the fly. I really don't have any idea how this is going to turn out. Not having made this actual card before. I might have one of those just maybe there. No, that looks too symmetrical, doesn't it? Maybe that's sticking up. Yeah, it looks the same as that. So we might have it perhaps down a little bit. So we might only have 3 of those. Just trying to figure where I want these ones. Yep, that'll be fine. Then we can put the pine leaves in. Where we like. No, I did not want you to turn that way. That was stuck. Well, it was supposed to be stuck. That one can go up a little bit further. Just want to make sure this has covered all of that, and it has. And poke some more of them in later if I need to. Well, that's a glimmer one. I want to put these ones in first, maybe. And then I think I might want to I want the glimmer, but how about that? I thought I had another glimmer one. Oh, I do, but it's... don't want them both down there either, do I? So maybe like that. Nice. If I can remember where I had them all. That's the hardest bit. Okay. You can go there. They keep moving on me. Sticky fingers and moving parts. This one. And you can go there. We'll see if we need any more. Thinking it looks a bit bare in the middle. Yeah. Stay. Got glue on you. Stay. Oh, goodness. Stay. Stay there. Okay, that's looking better. All right. I can stick this one down and then see if I need to add any more. Yes, and I'm aware that I won't be able to stick them underneath there. Now I've got dimensionals on, but I think I'm pretty good with what I've got there. That's centered. And for our bow, can bring that down there. We either need a glue dot or I might use a bit of multi-purpose and throw a block on there while I find what we want to use for the outside of the card. I'm wondering, oh, I like that. Oh, I know, I haven't put any berries on there, have I? Where's the ones I had cut? I think they're too big. Yeah, I'll show you those. I reckon they're too big for what I want to do here. So I think I'm going to leave that till I've got the card together, and then I think I'm going to put some of the little red rhinestones on there, just strategically. That's all. That one can be for the middle, the inside of the card. And what are we thinking? Do we want that on red? What have they got it on? Looks like they've got it on almost a soft succulent. I'm thinking red, navy or garden green. I'm going to grab those. Got 4 people there. No one's talking to me. Oh, hello Rhonda. I'm guessing that's you and not Bruce. Garden green, light of navy, looks like they've used mint, but that's what Pepper says. Yeah. What else? Oh, red. Thinking red, maybe. Red. So we have choices. Take it off there. If anyone wants to actually talk to me, we can try to find one that's one that's cut, and I don't have one that's cut. So we can have red, real red. Can have Pear Pizzazz. That's Pear Pizzazz. We have mint. And we have navy. Even might be the right size. Now it's a bit big, I think. Oh, I think I'm a fan of the red or the navy. Has anyone got any suggestions? Maybe bring the red in. I'm thinking the red. Just for something different to my other card. And it also ties in the red, which there's not much red in the actual card. So I think that'll be a good choice, I think. Pretty sure that's the right size. Let's check. It's a half of my A4, and I like to fold mine in half by using my trimmer, so that hopefully I have a chance of getting it straight. Yeah, that goes on there. Just checking the size again. Again, you could pop it up, but I don't think I will. Christmas cards, you don't want them too thick for the mail, do you? It's already got a lot of thickness with all the branches on it. Okay, I'll find our red rhinestones. Here we go. Knew they were here. Find an open packet. Here we have one. Okay. For my take your pick tool. Pick up some of these. Not sure if these branches are meant to have rhinestones on them, but they can for this card. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. One there. Just kind of brings it to life, doesn't it? What did I do for the inside of that? I just did some pine leaves. So I could do any sort of leaves. It was just that I'd stamped these and Rhonda took her set home, so I didn't actually have that to finish the card with. But I have those leaves, so we can do our inside and our envelope with some of these leaves. And I shouldn't have closed that up because we'll probably need to, let's just see. they're going to stamp properly. Oh yeah, they did. So my ink pad must be getting less juicy. I might just do, no, I might keep them all the same. Do the same on the envelope. So we're ready to adhere our insert inside. And I'll show you the other card so you can compare the two. So if you're trying to decide which sets that you need to buy to add to your Christmas collection, give you a bit of an idea. So that one's using the, take it out of the bag so you can see it properly. That one's using, and make sure it's in the screen, in the view. So yeah, so that one's using the Christmas banners, and that one's using the mistletoe, not sure what that's called, mistletoe magic, I think it's called. So, oh, too late, Rhonda. Pear Pizzazz, as you said, for the outside. Okay. Yeah, I would have thought too pale. Anyway, you can use whatever you like if you want to recreate this card, because you have the stuff. You can do that one. And actually, yeah, I must have coloured that with my old olive blends, I think, because I'd stamped it in, I can't remember, maybe grey. Yeah, I think. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody, and please subscribe to my channel, yeah, so that it helps me in my business. Thank you. Bye-bye.